World. My name is Z, or you can call me Mr. Z. I am a web developer, and I am also a consultant at Z World Webs. My one goal is to develop custom websites that are specifically catered to your organization's needs. I completely understand that building a website is an exhilarating, exciting, and significant step in connecting with your audience. Your organization has Z potential to make a meaningful impact, whether it's supporting animal rights, advocating for equality, combating human trafficking, or honoring the brave individuals who have served our country. Your mission is too important to be held back by the challenges a website can present, and I am here to ensure that your website works for you, not against you. Whether it's maintaining, developing, or redeveloping a custom website that is specifically catered to your needs. And with that being said, I would be more than delighted to learn more about your organization and, of course, develop a website Z World is waiting for. Thank you.
Hey everyone, it's Zach, introducing a special edition to Miracle of a Community That Cares event, where award-winning children's author and community Pay It Forward giving partner Maggie Van Galen is generously donating 3 of her beloved books and 1 hour virtual authors meeting valued at over $175. You know us, we're going to do things a little bit different. Maggie will personally read these heartwarming stories during the event. You could be the solo sponsor of this read. Tickets are just $20, and the winning ticket holder will be announced December 21st at noon East. Don't miss a chance to make a meaningful impact this holiday season and get your tickets now by scanning the QR code or visiting us at communitypayitforward.us. When the form opens up, this is what it'll look like. Scroll down to the Make a Donation, Purchase a Ticket, or Become a Sponsor section. Get involved how it best suits you. Tickets can be bought by selecting the last option of this section. Thank you for supporting a miracle of a community that cares. Introducing Shop, Click, and Pick, the simplest way to support those doing good in communities everywhere. We understand that shopping is a necessity, but with a slight adjustment, you can make a huge difference without spending any extra money. Here's how it works. Please visit communitypayitforward.us and navigate to the Find Your Partners tab. Discover our verified giving partners, which are trusted allies ready to meet your needs. Shop with any of the partners that resonate with you. Click a picture of the receipt or invoice, then pick the mission partner you wish to support and use their QR code to send the receipt directly to us. After that, all you have to do is sit back and enjoy your purchases, knowing that you've made a meaningful change for someone in need. Community Pay It Forward amplifies your business's impact by sharing the story of those who require your services, rallying support for those who need us all. Because no one needs to go it alone when we all come together. Hey everybody, how's it going? Zach Clayton, Community Pay It Forward, Community Dare to Care, and the PAC channels. Thank you very much for joining me today on Footprints Forward. You can join us and tell your story about overcoming depression, battling through suicide ideation, or doing any of those things if you would like by scanning the QR code above. If you've got anything that you would like to tell us, if you would like to support us in any way, up here, up top, the QR code is what we say in normal English, is the perfect way to reach out to us. We are looking for people who would like to start joining us, and Footprints Forward normal way of doing things is on hiatus until the beginning of the year, where we will pick up with guests again. But for now, we're going to be talking about a miracle of a community that cares. Okay, that's what we're going to be focusing every Monday, Monday morning and Monday evening. Replay it a couple times throughout the week. Just sprinkle it in anywhere. But we're going live every Monday morning with our friends on Things Network. Most of you all, wow, thank God I talk for a living. I'm going to shut this. I'm not going to do that, but I should. But most of you from Things Network know my wife, Adrian. I am Mr. Adrian, and a lot of you who have seen me before notice something a little bit different. It's actually light in my office. I don't know why. Actually, I was just having problems with my lights earlier, and so I haven't turned any of them down. And now I've got a guest who's here to join me and make life better, because if you've got Ghost, you've got everything. A couple of you guys will understand that is this wonderful song. But we are going to be talking about a miracle of a community that cares today. We're going to be talking about one of the more specific things that is coming up this Sunday. This coming up Sunday here in the Northern Colorado area, we have our, it should be our 9th, but it's only our 6th. Thanks to COVID. And, well, actually, you know what? It's really thanks to COVID for 3 years straight, because we got to do our 3 years in a 4-year period. We lost it due to the facility being closed for 2 years. It reopened. We were able to do our event. And then the following year, I ended up having to have shoulder surgery, caught COVID, then caught the bird flu. Couldn't do it last year. So, but the chili cook-off is coming up this weekend, and we still have openings that you can join us. We need people. Anybody who is in the Northern Colorado area can come and join us. And this QR code is how you get it done. If you want to come in, play some poker, or watch a little bit of the football game with Denver and Baltimore, you can come on in, sit down, have a lot of fun. Key Largo is most definitely a Denver facility. They love their team from Denver, which really makes things interesting for me, because I am not. So at least this year, Denver's not playing Kansas City. Let's see, last time, no, I think it was like two events ago is when they played Kansas City, and I got to have a lot of fun, even though, Kansas City kind of walked them, and people weren't in the best of moods and not in the most giving of mood at that point in time, because I was kind of cheering against them. But, if you want to come in, you want to sit down, you want to watch the game with us, you can do that. Enjoy some chili. We need people who are willing to cook. Okay? You can sign up right here. Bring your chili. You will win a cash prize. You get $5 of every registered chili. The winner takes $5 from each registration. Then we have the poker for pediatrics afterwards. $10 of every entry goes to the winner of the whole thing. Okay? Winner takes all is the way it goes. Well, winner and the kids take all. It's the way it goes. If you want to come in, eat all you can eat chili, it's $10. Okay, for all you can eat chili. Or $5 when you bring in donated books, children's books, or journals, or spiritual materials, any of that stuff. You can come in and join us and make a real difference for kids by dropping off books. What we ask you to do is, when you drop off a book, take and write a message on the inside of the book. You write this message on the inside of the book, and then you just write the simple word TO, to, and you leave that blank. We're going to drop these books off at local Northern Colorado hospitals. When a nurse has a child come in to the hospital who has to stay there, they're going to write that child's name inside this book. That child is going to be able to walk home with this book. That child's going to be able to take this book and remember for the rest of their lives that during a time of need, somebody was there for them. Somebody they didn't even know cared enough to give them a gift. So it's really something that I've enjoyed doing for damn near a decade now. Again, we've had 3 years to where we haven't been able to do it because of a pandemic and illness to myself. We're also accepting board games, color books, things of this nature. They all have to be new. I'm sorry. I know that you've got books in your house that are gently used. Those, we cannot take them. We all know kids are kids. Kids are afraid of nothing. Okay? They don't give a damn. They're not afraid of nothing. They'll put their hands in whatever the hell they want. And even a brand new book is a book that's been through things. And we're sending these books to the hospital. So we got to be very, very particular on this. So, brand new books, wrapped board games for the family rooms, okay? Chutes and Ladders, Monopoly, any of these games that we can put into family waiting rooms while, you're sitting there. Additional color books, whatever it is. Please help us out. We've got a couple books that we will be selling. We got Baxter the Bat Dog. We've got, we're going to have access to these books, which is Maggie. You saw a spot from her a little bit earlier, but Maggie Van Galen. We're going to have a website where you can purchase these books. She's got 3 of them in this series. She's also got another series that you can take and you can make those purchases. She will sign these books and we can send them directly to the hospitals. Here's the thing with that. It doesn't have to be our hospital. It can be your hospital in your town. That's the important thing. We need you to know that these can go anywhere, to any hospital anywhere. We understand that people in Michigan are not going to be able to make it to our chili cook-off, okay, on the 3rd. We know this. We know that's not going to be possible unless you try. We'd love to have you. I want to, real quick, I want to give a huge shout out to Soterios. Okay, Soterios has been one of the guys that has been behind me the entire time. Since the moment of my motorcycle accident, that man has been part of the Community Pay It Forward program. He was part of the program that I started prior to Community Pay It Forward, that things happened and they're no longer around. But as soon as I took this and I ran with it, Soterios was one of the very, very first people to do this. So, but I want to thank him for allowing us to come back and allowing us to do this again in 2024. If you want to get involved, again, Stand there. Your chili can be whatever it is, vegan. Your chili can be special meat. Your chili can be regular chili, beans, no beans, whatever. I don't care. It's your chili. You do with it as you do with it. Okay? You just let us know what's in it. That way we can give any warnings to people. And kick back, watch the game, have fun, but most of all, knowing you are making a difference for kids in Northern Colorado. This is the kickoff of a miracle of a community that cares. And you may be asking yourself, what is a miracle of a community that cares? Let me show you. This holiday season, as the world celebrates in so many ways, some families are facing it apart, feeling the weight of loneliness. At a miracle of a community that cares, we are creating a space where everyone, regardless of faith or background, can share in the joy of this wonderful season. Join Santa and leaders from all walks of life for stories, special shout-outs, and heartfelt messages from loved ones near and far. Children are taking the lead with art and fun, helping us bring the gift of books to children everywhere. Children in hospitals, children to families of all faiths, and to fortify traditions of families. This season, let's come together as a global community, one that cares, one that gives, and one that embraces all cultures, part of the miracle. Join us from December 24th to December 26th, and let's make this season unforgettable for everyone. Okay, I just want to prove a point that I wasn't just yelling, "Go lay down" for no reason. If you've got Ghost, you've got everything. Go lay down. Anyway, this is my young man. This is Ghost. He's apparently thinking he needs daddy's attention. So, fix the lights so I'm a little more comfortable now. A miracle of a family or of a community that cares. It was thought of by myself and with the partnership of a couple other individuals who really want to make sure that loneliness is not a holiday tradition for anyone. Okay? December, no matter what your religion, no matter what your culture, it's a hard month for families out there. And we want to make sure that we're doing our best to try to help people during this month. Okay? We want to make sure that we're doing everything we can to allow people to get a hold of each other. One of the ways that we're going to be able to do this is we're going to ask you to join us and send a message to your family. Send a message to people in your family. Oh, I love him, but I'm gonna hurt him. I love him, but I'm gonna hurt him. But anyway, you can record a message to someone in your family, or you can record a message to, say, the men and women who work every. That doesn't change that you're in my way. The men and women who support us every day by working during the holiday seasons. So there's so much that you can do that can support us in our mission to make sure that nobody feels like they're alone this December. December is every year. December is a hard month for many, many people. And we just want to make sure that we're doing our best to try to bring people together. So, I'd like to introduce you all to Angela real quick. This is a really, really great friend of mine who makes sure that you can be part of the $2 trillion that's out there that's ready to be spent every year by people who are getting older or have ability challenges. Whoever said ignorance is bliss never ran a business. Did you know the vast majority of businesses don't make their products accessible to people with disabilities? And did you know that the collective buying power of people with disabilities is over $2 trillion? And if you're a business owner, you need to know how to make your business accessible so you're not leaving this money on the table. I want to tell you about my family partners at Real Life Access, who can help you connect with this underserved market. Real Life Access clients experience 3 amazing things. First, a reputation for accessibility that brings customers to your door. Second, a freedom of worry about legal consequences from not being ADA compliant. And third, increased revenue. Real Life Access team members offer common sense accessibility solutions which won't break your budget. These are business people who understand the challenges faced by all small businesses. They are also people with disabilities who know what it takes to be accessible. Check out their courses, coaching packages, and so much more at reallifeaccess.com. You'll be glad you did. We are working together with Real Life Access, and we're also working together with pieces of me, and we have created a show, Common Sense Access, that tells people about some of the myths and mistakes made by companies on when it comes to accessibility of your website. This is, and a lot of people have heard me joke about this, but I don't think people understand what the joke is. And without hearing the story of it, I can understand why they don't understand it. One of my really, really good friends and I, we were in a business venture where we were going to utilize another company, a partnership with another company to move forward our giving model. What we wanted to do, we wanted to take and we wanted to turn sales, of course, into donations for people. And we were looking at the current website of this company, and we both had some major concerns. We were like, this isn't good for people in different ways. Okay, this wasn't a website that was built for people who have different ability difficulties. And so we approached the company about it, and we said, look, we're ready to go with this program, we're ready to get this done, except we got a problem with the website, and this is where we see a problem, ... And when we started talking about the ADA compliance, American with Disabilities Act compliance, that is, it's a fact. We were asked point blank. I try to say try to talk about this as kindly as I can, but this is one of the dumbest things I've ever heard in my life. The person asked me, well, how am I supposed to put a wheelchair on my website? That is so dumb. I couldn't make that up on my own. I would need a lot more talented writers than I am to come up with that. I don't think AI, as brilliant as AI is on certain things, could come up with a question with a statement that is that out there. what we talk about is increasing your fonts. Okay, the font that you see right now with my name on it, that's small. A lot of people cannot see that. It makes it very, very difficult. So it's something that, it really, it can be a lot bigger. Like this, you can take and you can make it larger. That makes it easier to read for people who are hard of seeing. Okay, you put too much motion in your website. When you do that, there are people who cannot concentrate, or there are people who they go through different things and their heads cannot handle all the motion in the websites. If you understand where they're coming from, look, folks, there's money in their pockets that they want to spend. If they can't manage, if they cannot go through your website, you're not getting their money. They're going to move on to the next person. Okay, so that's what we do with Common Sense Access. That is what we talk about with Angela, who is Real Life Access. I have a couple friends who are looking for a little bit of help. We've got our friends at Happy Gardens Community School. They have started a GoFundMe to help them out. Look, this is a school in Africa where kids, yes, education is very important to them. This is also a place where, this is the only food. This is the only food these kids get every day. Okay. Times are tough everywhere. We know this. You know this. I know this. Times are tough everywhere. And I also wanted to say this because I get a lot of kickback. I get a lot of people who come at me about this. Well, why are you worrying about kids in Africa? Why aren't you worrying about kids in the United States? I do worry about kids in the United States. I worry about kids everywhere because I do believe that if we work together, we can help everyone, but we've got to do something about it. You can be as mad at me as you want because I am sitting here supporting Happy Gardens, or you can help me and we can not only help them, but we can help the kids here in America. Okay? But the only way I can help the kids in America is if I know about them. So if you know somebody who needs help, get them to us. 2 ways you can help the kids at Happy Gardens Community School. First is going to their QR code through the Community Pay It Forward program. All you got to do is simply shop, click, and pick. Shop with any of our partners in the Community Pay It Forward program. Click a picture of the receipt or the invoice that was given to you and pick. Either pick Happy Gardens Community School, or there's so many other programs on there that you can pick and support. Your heart tells us who you want a donation to go to. And it's as simple as this. You shop with our partners, there is a donation given to something that you choose. We don't tell you who to choose. You choose it. You can find this partners at communitypayitforward.us. That's communitypayitforward.us. You can definitely see more about it by scanning this QR code. One of our other dear friends, and I'm telling you right now, I absolutely, positively love this guy. He is a great friend of mine. He is definitely one of a kind. Okay, I mean, he's truly a fantastic gentleman. I met him the first time when he was bringing me a donation of clothing, and the clothing he was bringing me were clothing from when his wife had passed away. He had been holding on to them, the sentimental value, He was holding on to them. And he didn't want to just give them to anybody. He trusted us at Community Dare to Care because he knew that we were going to be giving these clothing to people who need them. And that's what we did. You can help us help the wonderful people at Veterans Honoring Veterans. Veterans Honoring Veterans gives statuettes to those who have served this country. They gave up a portion of their life. They gave up a huge portion of the time when those of us who did not serve, we were building relationships with people our own age. We were building relationships right back here at home, living a life of being free, because these young individuals were giving up that freedom. Veterans Honoring Veterans does not require you to go to battle. It doesn't require you to serve 30 years in the service. You have your DD 214. You can be given one of these statues that just reminds you that people out here care about you. Such a wonderful program. Veterans Honoring Veterans. Another one of the Community Pay It Forward fundraising, mission partners. I went back to 3 years ago with fundraising partner. But one of our mission partners, Veterans Honoring Veterans. Thank you, Bart, and we'll do our best. If you can help Bart and you're in the northern Colorado area, or if you can sell things throughout the country, you can help us. You can help us help Bart for Veterans Day. They need donations that they can put in an auction. They need donations that they can take in and raise a little bit of money on. So if you're a company, you can give us a gift card and we can get it to... Wow, I just realized that my thing said Things of Colorado. I guess maybe I should fix that sometime. Or not. Anyway, we will use this. We will give this to Bart for Veterans Honoring Veterans, and this will go to help veterans who find themselves in a difficult time in northern Colorado. So please, if you can give, if you can help us out, just send us a message, Zach@communitypayitforward.us. That's Zach@communitypayitforward.us. Zach is Z-A-K, as it's said right there, Z-A-K. Parents knew I was going to be somewhat of an idiot, so they just gave me 3 letters to mess with. Any gift card, anything that they can raise money on will help them go a long way to helping veterans. So, all right, back to the story of the day, which is the chili cook-off is coming up in 6 days. And we need you. We need your help. We need your support. And we're begging you, please, help us if you can. At Confronting Domestic Violence, our mission is to provide real-time resources to abused families, including relocation services to help parents and children reach safety. We're committed to giving at-risk families a real chance to escape dangerous situations. You can support Confronting Domestic Violence by our simple program Shop, Click, and Pick. Shop with any giving partner. Click a picture of your receipt and pick Confronting Domestic Violence by scanning this QR code or visiting communitypayitforward.us and search by their name. Confronting Domestic Violence and Community Pay It Forward. No one needs to go it alone when we all come together. Some of the things that we've done during the chili cook-off in the last 7 years of doing it, we've had everything from buffalo to elk. Elk was really good. Well, then again, so was the buffalo. But this is kind of one of the things that we're really looking for people to do. We're looking for people who want to take and make things a little bit exotic. It doesn't have to be the everyday Hormel chili type program. It doesn't have to be that. If you've got a recipe that came from great-great-grandpappy when he was on the trails, that's awesome. We want to taste it. We want to see what it's like. So you can enter in your chili and make a huge difference, again, by using the QR code above. We need your participation. Another way that you can join us is we're going to have a Poker for Pediatrics tour. Look at this. Or tournament, sorry. Brand new poker chips. I'm working right now to learn how to be a dealer. I don't know squat about dealing cards, folks. So it's going to be an interesting time, but we're going to learn together. But the most important thing is that we're doing this to get the everybody loves Uno, Skip-Bo, whatever. I know my grandkid loved Phase 10, something like that. But get these into the family rooms of Northern Colorado hospitals. Get kids a little something to take and make their lives a little bit better while they are suffering, while they're going through something that's scary. There's not a single one of us who hasn't had to spend some time in the hospital for some reason. Hard to tell what it would be, I've spent a little more time in hospitals than I ever really wanted to. Motorcycle accident, broken ankle. Hell, I remember going in for tonsillitis and when I was in the 5th grade. And I can tell you right now, when I was in there for a broken skull, with a broken skull, with a broken neck, it was nowhere near as scary as it was for me when I went in for tonsillitis. And I think I was only in the hospital overnight for tonsillitis back in the day. Of course, that was a long, long time ago. The tools weren't near as good as they are now. Yada, yada, yada. They can probably take your tonsils out now sitting in a doctor's office. I don't know. Come to think of it, I don't remember ever having to get my kids' tonsils out. That was good. Mine were always inflamed. So my parents were like, get those damn things out of there. Kids missing too much school. So then I had to learn how to ditch, and that's what I did because I was such a responsible young man. Anyway, we are looking for people who are interested in playing. It's a $50 buy-in. You get $10. The winner gets $10 of every entry fee. Okay, so one person's going to walk away with, if we've got 5 people playing, they're going to walk away with their $50 back. If we have people playing, they're going to walk away with $100. That's what it is. We've got room for about 20 chilies. So let's go with 19 right now because we've already got one entry and we want to thank them. They're coming up from Colorado Springs. They're making a 4.5-hour drive to come up and join us. So please don't let miles stop you from joining us. Okay? Miles are a thing. Get the husband, the wife and husband, get together. Guys, get a couple friends. Ladies, get a couple friends. Come and join us. Have a good time. You ever had any questions about, what's wrong with this guy that I see all the time that's always trying to help people? Come on up and talk to me. We're not going to have many of the auction items that we generally like to have. Matter of fact, I don't think we're going to have an auction at all. We're going to focus on doing the chilling. We're going to focus on doing having conversations. Or we're going to let you sit there and enjoy a football game, have a couple adult beverages, or just, like me, having a couple sodas. Having a good time in a great bar with some really, really good people. Doing great things for kids who are suffering. So, QR code above. Chili Cook-Off, Poker for Pediatrics. This upcoming Sunday. All right? Chili tasting starts at noon. We need you to be there by 11:15 with your chilies so we can get all set up. I'm planning on making some cinnamon rolls again because I'm one of those families that believes you cannot eat chili without cinnamon rolls. Then again, I'm a fat guy, and I think you ought to have something sweet every time you eat anything, pudding with pork chops or ice cream with more ice cream. I think Dairy Queen ought to be one of the required food groups. And if you think I'm joking, I'll send you the petition to sign. I really think that Dairy Queen ought to be one of the food groups. I think it ought to be required. I don't know why, but I do. So, but yeah, we could really use your help. If you're anywhere near the northern Colorado area, Wyoming, Cheyenne, come on down. Come and see us. Come and meet us. Let's talk. If you know of somebody who needs help, come and talk. You come down, you say, you know what? We'd like to take some of these books up to Cheyenne. We'll let you take some of the books up to your hospital. Denver, come on out. You want to come up? You want to participate? You want to take some of the books to one of the hospitals down in Denver? Come on out. Hang out. Support us. We'll share the books that are going to these hospitals. We want these books there for kids in hospitals. That's the whole reason for the Chili Cook-Off and Poker for Pediatrics. So you want to come in, you want to join us, you want to have some fun, come join us. We will make a difference. Again, this is all part of a miracle of a community that cares, which is all about taking care of other people during the month of December, during a very, very difficult month emotionally for so many people. This is not, and I'll get this out here. This is not closed to one thing. This is not a Christmas event. This is an everyone event. Everyone deals with the traffic, with the people in the stores, with families that you cannot be with. I've said this in other episodes. You're stuck watching these shows where the kid comes home from college and it's a surprise. Nobody knows it's going to happen. And I don't care if you're Christian or not. You're going to see that and you're going to go, God, I wish that was my kid. I'm actually lucky enough to where I know that my son's going to be home from Japan. My son is planning on being home from Japan. Things could happen. But for more years than not, he wasn't able to come home. And that sucks. And it hurts. And I don't think that matters anymore. That my pain would be any different if I was Jewish or if I was Hindu or if I was Muslim. I don't think it would matter. If you don't get to spend time with your kids, it sucks. If you don't get to spend time with family, aging parents, aging grandparents, brothers, sisters, none of that matters, no matter what your religion, no matter what your culture. So we really want to take and we want to work with you. And what we're doing was we're asking people, hey, you know what? You want to send a message to somebody that you cannot spend time with this year. We're going to open up our airwaves and channels like the one you're watching on right now. Things Network is going to partner with us on this. So on those 37 hours, you're going to be able to sit there and you're going to be able to say, hey, you know what? Not only are we going to watch Maggie read her books, we're going to watch Santa Claus read a couple books. We're going to hear these cultural leaders come out and tell us about why they celebrate the way they do, what's the meaning behind it, how we can understand it more. But we're also going to give you a chance to reach out to grandma and grandpa who cannot travel, or you can't travel to them. We can reach out to mom or dad who's overseas on a business trip because there's business that's got to be done. Let's reach out to each other. Reach out to those who are deployed right now. By the way, very happy and very appreciative Day of the Deployed to everyone who is serving our country. Day of the Deployed was Saturday. I want to thank you so very much to everyone who has signed that check and given your life the scribble across that piece of paper. You've written a blank check. Further away from your home at a whim. Thank you to everyone who is deployed and serving our country. Thank you to everyone in your family who understands the hardship of you here today, somewhere completely different tomorrow. Thank you for your sacrifice. Thank you to all you kids who are out there and you're like, well, I know daddy's going to be gone. I know mommy's going to be gone for a little bit. They're going to be gone for a couple months. I'm not going to get to see them. Thank you for working hard so mommy and daddy don't have to be there. So happy Day of the Deployed. But nurses, doctors, police officers, whoever, if you want to say thank you, if you want to tell people Merry Christmas, by all means, tell people Merry Christmas. If you want to say Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa. I don't care what. I do care what you say because it's not going to be hateful, but we're going to record messages by using this form. You get on here, you can record a message. It's going to be put in a rotation that's going to play for 37 hours. We'll be able to tell you exactly when it's going to play so you can share this message with who you're sending it to. Say you want to say hi to grandma, you got a little bit of a gift for her. Turn on Things Network at 8:13 in the morning. And at 8:13 in the morning, it'll be your video telling grandma how much you love her, how much you miss her, and you wish her a happy Christmas. You wish her happy holidays. You wish her a happy Kwanzaa. Whatever it is. This is a way that we can understand each other a little bit better. Okay, so we need to come together. We need to work together, and that's what this is all about. And once again, this is our hopes at building a miracle of a community that comes together. This holiday season, as the world celebrates in so many ways, some families are facing it apart, feeling the weight of loneliness. At a miracle of a community that cares, we are creating a space where everyone, regardless of faith or background, can share in the joy of this wonderful season. Join Santa and leaders from all walks of life for stories, special shout-outs, and heartfelt messages from loved ones near and far. Children are taking the lead with art and fun, helping us bring the gift of books to children everywhere. Children in hospitals, children to families of all faiths, and to fortify traditions of families. This season, let's come together as a global community, one that cares, one that gives, and one that embraces all cultures, part of the miracle. Join us from December 24th to December 26th, and let's make this season unforgettable for everyone. Introducing Shop, Click, and Pick, the simplest way to support those doing good in communities everywhere. We understand that shopping is a necessity, but with a slight adjustment, you can make a huge difference without spending any extra money. Here's how it works. Please visit communitypayitforward.us and navigate to the Find Your Partners tab. Discover our verified giving partners, which are trusted allies ready to meet your needs. Shop with any of the partners that resonate with you. Click a picture of the receipt or invoice, then pick the mission partner you wish to support and use their QR code to send the receipt directly to us. After that, all you have to do is sit back and enjoy your purchases, knowing that you've made a meaningful change for someone in need. Community Pay It Forward amplifies your business's impact by sharing the story of those who require your services, rallying support for those who need us all. Because no one needs to go it alone when we all come together. Hey, I want to thank everybody for letting me come into your computer screen this morning. This show will replay if you have any interest on hearing what we've got to say. If you would like to learn a little bit more, you can always reach out to me at zach@communitypayitforward.us. That's ZAK@communitypayitforward.us. We have less than 1 week until the chili cook-off and Poker for Pediatrics. Again, QR code up in the corner is how you can get involved. We need your help, folks. We need people who want to cook chili. We need people who want to cook or play poker. Cook poker? I don't know. I guess you can cook something on a poker, but what I meant to say was play poker. At least I hope that's what I meant to say. So, but I want to thank Key Largo Lounge for being a huge sponsor, a huge partner in this for the last 7 years. Actually, it's been the last 8 years, but thanks to COVID, we've lost a couple of years. So please join us And if you want to record a message to somebody that you love for this holiday, to make sure that they're okay, to make sure that they get to hear from you, you know, we're trying to make it a little bit special. We're trying to help people out. Scanning this QR code, you can record a message to somebody, and we will tell you exactly what time it's going to play. And then you can share this message with someone you love. I want to thank Jeremy for allowing us to take over Things Network for the next couple months at this time slot every week at 10 a.m. I want to thank Jeremy very much. Look, Jeremy's a great brother of mine. I love him. Great supporter of what we're doing. Here pretty soon, we're going to be announcing our plans for this year's 22-hour podcast, which happens on February 22nd for our veterans. It's our fourth year of doing it, and we're really looking forward to it. And Jeremy and the Things Network have been right along with me. That's it for me today. I look forward to it. Again, you can reach out to me at zach@communitypayitforward.us, zach@communitypayitforward.us. Please make sure you love somebody out there, because somebody out here loves you. No one should ever have to go it alone, because no one needs to go alone when we all come together. Thank you very much. Take care of each other, because we're all we got.